guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing starting some seeds. I have a bunch of seeds here. So just to give you a little background, I live in New York and today is surprisingly a really nice day, so I decided to sit outside and start my seeds. I feel like I'm a little bit late on starting my seeds and it's giving me a bit of anxiety, but sometimes New York has a late frost, like a late frost, and you think that starting your seeds on time will be beneficial, and then you end up getting a later frost. Okay, so it's actually getting a little bit cold outside and all of a sudden really overcast, and I don't know what's going on. As soon as I decided to come outside and do my seeds, of course, it got really overcast, and it was actually really sunny not a few minutes ago. But as I was saying, raised bed's gonna be back there. I have some boxes that my raised beds came in and I ordered those from Home Depot, and I'll have a separate video on me building those and going through like how I found them and all that. So we are going to start with our brassicas. I just found out that's what the group of like these type of seeds are called. So I have the broccoli seed from Dollar Tree, a cabbage, and a cauliflower. So I'll be starting that in my raised beds. It's going to be happening right over there. So I got the sweet pepper, like the bell peppers. I'm going to do that in my raised beds. I think all of these are going to be in my raised beds, except I think the only thing that I won't put in my raised bed is maybe these pimento seeds. These are from Trinidad, and I may end up putting like some of the spicier ones in like a different bed. I don't know. I have to decide exactly the order I'm doing it, but today I'm just sowing, so I have time for figuring out where I'm gonna put each seed. So I have the jalapeno. This is from Breaker Creek. This is like not really a very spicy jalapeno, they said. And then I have the Craig's Grande jalapeno, and this is spicy. So hopefully this grows pretty big. That'll be nice. I have sorry, just to get back to the pimento seed, these aren't spicy. These are like a flavor cooking pepper that you can put in your foods. Okay, it's getting windy out here. You could put in your food and you could cook with it. It's actually really delicious, really flavorful. So as I was saying, I don't want like cross-pollination to occur and then these get spicy. So I have to figure out where I'm going to plant these exactly. I also have the serrano pepper. I'm just going to do like maybe one plant just to like see. And also this bell pepper that's like very colorful, so I'm hoping I get like a white or a yellow. That'd be really fun. So I also have the cayenne pepper, which I actually want to try drying out and making my own cayenne pepper. I know some people freeze dry it. I don't own a freeze dryer, but I'll be excited to grow this and see if I can make some cayenne pepper, because we love adding cayenne pepper to our foods. Okay, hey guys, so I decided to come back inside because it was really cold outside. I don't know what happened between the moment I said that I would sit outside and do my seeds to the moment that I turned the camera on. Suddenly it got really cold, overcast, and my seed packets kept flying everywhere. So I decided just to come inside and do it on my floor, and this setup is just a little bit better because the wind is not going crazy outside. So anyway, I decided to get this little bucket today, really handy, so I could throw my soil in there, my seed starting mix, and I added some water to the mix. I pre-moistened it. I found that doing this is just a little bit better. You're able to allow the soil to absorb the water so much better than just putting dry soil in the container and then adding the seed. I just feel like it just doesn't absorb it better. So I did that. I filled my cups. I got these little cups from Amazon. I actually, one of my friends who also gardens told me about these cups. They're really cool, have nice drainage at the bottom, and then they come with this like cover with like a little flap for ventilation, which I really love. So I can put this into my 10 by 20 tray and then just cover it, and I'm good to go. So I don't have to worry about putting the cover over this. So I also prepared all of my popsicle sticks that I like to use as labels. So I have my green pepper here, and hopefully, let's see if this fits. If not, then I may have to, yeah, I'll probably have to break just a part of that bottom or cut it. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the bottom of the popsicle stick so that now it fits, and I can still see the name, and now I can put the cover on it, so that works out nicely. Okay, so I labeled everything, and I also decided to label it on the container just in case the popsicle stick gets a little bit like fuzzy with the moisture and all of that. So these again are all my peppers that I'm going to be doing today. It is February. What is today's date? Oh my God, it is not February. It is March 6th. March 6th, and today I am doing peppers. So first pepper is the jalapeno, so that's that. So I'm just gonna do about 3 seeds for each cup, just to maximize germination, just in case one doesn't get germinated. At least I know that I have 2 more that can get germinated. So I'm gonna just make like 3 holes right here, so at least it's separated. 3. Okay, maybe I'll do actually 4. I'm lying. I'm gonna do 4. 4. Okay. Next is my jalapeno right here. I really like how Baker Creek, their seed packets open. You're not like ripping the seed packet just to get out your seeds. Although the first time I opened the packet, I like ripped the side, not realizing how easily these packets open. I really, really like that. All right, so I hope I'm not putting these in too deep. Oh my gosh, I hope not. I'm just gonna cover it lightly with the soil. I'm not covering it too deep. Okay. Next is my mixed bell pepper. The Dollar Tree seed packet opens up nicely too, but their adhesive doesn't allow you to stick it, to like re-stick it after you're done. That's the only annoying part. So I'll just have to get some. I think I'm gonna have to tape all of the packets again just to make sure that they don't get too much air and moisture. I don't know if you guys could see that. There's not a ton of seeds in the Dollar Tree packet, but if you're not trying to plant a whole lot, I think this is sufficient for someone that's just like planting like a backyard garden, something simple. You don't have like a lot of mouths to feed, let's say. Yeah, I think that's good. So my cayenne pepper is next. Who else likes the process of planting seeds? I mean, it's just exciting in general. Sowing seeds, you know, watching for germination, seeing if they grow, all of those things. And who else loves this? This is so like calming for me, just like the repetitive action of making holes. Oops. Oh my God. Putting seeds. Oh my Lord. Where did the other seed go? Okay, I lost the seed. Putting a seed in the hole and then covering it up. Like, who else just finds it so relaxing? Okay, So I'm not, although it seems really deep, I'm not really covering it too deep. I'm trying not to like put any like, it has some like soft, like I guess wood pieces in there. So that's how I'm covering it down. All right, what's next? Sweet bell pepper. So I put it as green pea. It's funny how different vegetables have different names for the same thing sometimes, and you're like, sweet pepper, green pepper, they're all the same to me. So 1 seed each. Oops, 2 went in there, that's fine. Cover that up. Good to go. So I'm just gonna do the rest. And now I'm just gonna do serrano, then the pimento. So serrano's going in here. There's actually a ton of serrano in here, which is really interesting. One, 2, 3, and 4. Oh man, I keep dropping seeds. All right, cover them up. Okay. And then my pimento seeds that come in this really cool packet. So you could just seal it back after you're done. And don't ask me why, but for some reason they like stain them green. I do have some other seeds that are like blue and red. I have no idea why. I'm gonna sow those as well. Like I had those from like last year, but I forgot to actually bring them with me to do right now. But I'm gonna sow the other colors and see what happens. I might do like, I truthfully might actually do like 3 or 4 plants for the pimento, because we like to freeze them and then we use it in our cooking. So those are all my peppers. Now I'm gonna do my brassicas, as I learned that they're called, as I said earlier, broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. I was gonna put them in these little trays, but I think these might be too small for these. I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to use these type of containers for my flowers. I think that's a good idea. We'll see. Alrighty, so I did the same things that I did for my pepper plants. I labeled them on the outside, and I'm also going to stick the little popsicle sticks on the inside. Cauliflower, make sure I'm like labeling it correctly, and cabbage. Okay, so I have it in both places. I shouldn't have to confuse what I have. So first I'm going to do cauliflower, and I think I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm going to do like 2 or 3 seeds. Oh, these are actually, I never saw cauliflower seeds. Oh, sugars. I am dropping seeds everywhere. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm just gonna sow and see what happens. Experiment time. I'm just gonna throw a few and see if they germinate. Okay, so that's cauliflower. And I'm gonna throw some dirt on the top of that. Cabbage. Cabbage looks very similar. They're all in the same family I guess as far as they look, the seeds look, and then the way they flower and all of that, the way they grow. So that's interesting. I had no idea how one was able to get the seeds from particular vegetables. I had no clue until like I started gardening. You know, that each vegetable actually has a flower. I don't know. I mean, that's something you really commit. I probably learned about it in school. Maybe I'm not even sure, but it's not something I committed to memory. So it's like learning about it and being hands-on now. You're like, no shit. That's exactly how these things grow. All right, so I'm just throwing a bit of dirt because the seeds aren't that big. So you don't really have to throw a lot of dirt over to cover them. They'll fight to get up and out. Just a little bit of soil here. Spread it out, and that's that. So my soil is pretty moist. I really don't need to re-wet these. I might do like a spritz of water, but I really don't have to re-wet them right now. I think these are pretty good. All right, so I'm going to put the caps on. Okay, so all of my seeds have the covers on them. As I said, I got these cups from Amazon, and you know, they sell so many different kinds, and I just got the one that was like most affordable because I mean, I don't have to move around these cups a whole lot or whatever the case is. But the only thing I don't love is that the cap doesn't really stay firmly on the cup, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just that I wish it was a much more firmer hold. Some of them do kind of like hold on a little bit better, like this one. I guess there's just no rhyme or reason as to why some are able to like fold on a little bit better. But either way, I'll put the link to these cups, or you guys can just literally look for Amazon cups and see which ones you prefer. I read all the reviews and no one complained about the cap, so who knows what's going on. Either way, they will work for the time being. So as far as the brassicas, they don't really require heat, but my peppers are going to require my heating mat and light. So my lights are actually coming in a few days. I had ordered some lights and they just did not, they were too big. One of my friends, Mari, from Mari's Garden and Kitchen, she recommended those lights, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's really affordable. You're getting like a set of lights, but they were 4 feet, and my growing station is only 2 feet. It's a very small growing station. So I actually had to send those back, and I got some lights coming from Lowe's. So I'll go over those when that comes. But for now, these don't really need the light. The peppers don't really need the light. The brassica, like all of these are going to need light at some point. But long story short, right now they don't need light because they haven't germinated. They haven't broke the surface. So once they break the surface and those seedlings appear, I have to give them some sort of light. But as of right now, to help them germinate, the peppers are going to require some warmth. So I'm going to show you guys that setup. So this is the next day, and as you see, these little domes create little humidity and like a little greenhouse. So it's really nice. It's really efficient. As I said, just be mindful of the covers because the covers come right off. So I have to practice holding the containers from the bottom. But yeah, I'm really excited. My lights should be coming in a day or so. Now then I'll put the lights up and have them ready for when the little seedlings sprout.